Brought to you by AwesomeDrinks.com. Use coupon code FATHERS14 and save 15% off everything in the store. Welcome to Comment Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Shaw. We're going to go with me, Doug Peterson.
Yo.
From New Zealand.
I'm not from New Zealand. I'm not from New Zealand yet, New Zealand.
No.
Why don't you make that happen?
He's ready.
You're still beautiful, and I'll think so if I'm there.
He's going to pack his stuff up. And he's going. He's already got ready to go.
I'll herd sheep and whatever.
What else do they do in New Zealand? Anybody?
Film movies?
Just 2. Well, you take those 2 and you can make 8.
3.
Or whatever it is.
There were 3.
6,
and then
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 total. Okay. That's a lot of movies.
It's gonna be a lot of movies.
We're going to New Zealand to tape the next the Silmarillion. That's what he's gonna be one of the guys, and I'll be the other one.
I'll be the one that you're thinking of.
Beavis and Butthead, the Silmarillion style.
Yeah.
Hey, anyway. So today, for those that don't know Doug and you're new to the show, go back. He's been in the show before. You can search for Doug. You'll find some stuff. Some that he probably won't be in because it's all about cocktails Doug wouldn't drink. Like the dead Doug and whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I did this search already. I don't remember why, but there was a reason. It was recently. This is how I know this is fact. So I figured what would be cool is to be able to do this tasting because you were part of the original tasting.
Yeah.
This is Alma Tequila. I've got all 3.
Great.
Line them up! Right? So, here.
I'm excited.
You want to pour one of those, and I'll pour these. So,
pour the white one.
Alma came in, I think, and this is really more of just our baseline of where to start on one of those.
Was I supposed to measure it? God, that was not easy to pour.
No. Alma, you guys gotta... The square is cool, but it needs a divot. It doesn't have one of those. So Alma sent these to us.
It's like wasting good tequila. Why would you make us waste your good tequila?
Right, I have no idea. Whoa. Pop! So this is this was given to us. They didn't say we had to review it, but I kind of like to review stuff. And the Blanco came in our top 4.
How the fuck did we get...
What?
That was cool. It's equal measure.
Oh, that's just how we know what we're doing.
Apparently.
We're professionals. This is the one we originally did in our blind. Yep. It was blind 22 or so variants of tequila. Alma was in the top 4. I know Cabo was number 1. Alma, I think, tied with Riazul, but I'm not 100% sure where it fell. But it was in the top 4. And they just said, hey, you want to try? You can have these if you want. Sort of like as a thank you, I guess. I mean, it makes sense. They won. They're like, but you don't even have any. So here, have some for the show. Oh, well, maybe you'll review it. I don't know. I figured I would anyway. They probably know. They're probably like, dude, give these guys alcohol. They have a video. Yeah. Okay, boom.
Yeah.
And then you have this.
It
happens.
People will see it.
Right. That is a Blanco. So consider it not really aged. We'll taste that just to get our palates warm. And then I'm gonna get my palate warm.
Yeah, you need a palate warmer. Palate warmer.
Let the agave fill your soul.
It smells great.
I know. It smells really good. Like, now, the blinds included, taste, aroma, and some other factor. Yeah. Awesome factor? I don't remember what it was. +2. This obviously came in because it had aroma.
Yeah.
Because it smells
it smells
like you're in
wonderful.
An agave plant.
Yeah. Like
just floating around inside, like you're in some sort of
weird... The thing that I like about the aroma of this one is
it smells.
It's you get like a hint of salt in it.
I know.
I love that.
It's like it's so almost good. Like you're at a Mexican beach.
Yeah. You're at the Mexican beach.
Right. The one
that one in Mexican.
That one that one in Mexican. Dude, like right on the border of Mexico and Chile. Yeah, I don't think there's a Chile there.
He's trying.
So, warm, easy to drink, lovely sipping. Obviously going to be good in a... It feels like it should be a margarita already.
Yeah.
A little splash of lime and you've got yourself a party. That is like...
Solid. This is a solid tequila.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Now, these two we've never had. I mean, I haven't. I don't think you have.
Probably not.
Why the hell would you just have Alma Tequila or something?
I don't know.
So, me neither.
You okay? Did it hurt? It seemed like it hurt.
And things hurt all over the place.
Oh, that's right. Did you move wrong?
I just moved. Moving?
Poor Derek has joint issues.
Right, so...
And not like the good kind of joint issues.
No, maybe I need some of those joint issues.
You probably,
Yeah.
it's medicinal.
I know. Last week, I had the flu on the show, so I was a little not as energetic and all over the place. Then after the flu, apparently all these antibodies have attacked my joints, so like I have like arthritis throughout my entire body, and it hurts like real bad. So I can't really anything cracking and popping is bad.
I think the aging in the Reposado it mellows the smell a little bit.
I know is very compared to that. This smells more like what you'd think of like for most average tequilas. I think from an aroma, it's not like right in your face.
Funny enough, I would sip that. I would use that in a tequila in a second, or in a margarita. I would use that too in a tequila. Like if a tequila ever needed a splash of tequila, I would use that tequila.
Do you not also find that one a little bit hot? It feels more like it's more alcohol. Maybe I'm just stupid. Spicier, like black peppery. It's got some spicy, some round buttery smoothness, but
it is spicy on the back end.
For some reason, that feels like it has more alcohol to me. You know what? Maybe it is.
Maybe it's just getting.
This is through and through alcohol. This one, maybe because the start is smoother and that creamy butteriness, that when you get to the end,
butteriness.
Boom! It hits you with the.
I'm gonna have to try it again to see if I get.
It has the creamy buttery.
Creamy buttery.
Yeah.
Do I feel it on my tongue or do I taste it on my tongue?
It's really it's a sense of it's a being. It's a sense of place. It's like. It's all up in your brain.
That's some Obi-Wan Kenobi shit, man.
Yeah, this is the Force that does that to you. Now, so that is you're
I'll
probably.
Give it to you.
I don't.
It is silky on the tongue.
It is. That's probably all I want to say. They don't give you the ages on a tequila, but it's assumed that this is going to be 0 to like 3 months. This is going to be a little bit more.
6 to 12.
Yeah, or less. I always get it wrong. I always expand it more than it really is.
I think it's
this
6,
comes
and
after.
then that's at least a year.
Yeah, I think it's like 12 or 13 months plus. So it's going to be darker because it's been resting in this oakage. It's probably going to be more mellow.
It's spicy and silky too.
Yeah, I still get that alcohol like driving, like tongue numbing. Very much spicy.
My tongue actually has gotten a little bit numb.
Yeah, it's. Then there's like an oak, like almost 10 seconds later.
Yeah,
you start getting more of that rested, like it comes in later on.
You get a little more of the.
It's more exciting.
The sugar.
Yeah.
In this one than in that one, and especially more than that one.
But yeah, in this.
Oh yeah, has Doug ever had mezcal?
He did. Well, Doug went by when he got here and drank out of everything.
Oh.
I didn't buy everything like the mezcal.
I saw him take.
Like there were two things that I had never seen before. There was
he looks around
and that, and I was like, different.
He's now back up to speed.
Mezcal. Yeah, that was smoky. It was smoky. It was interesting.
Yeah. But I thought you would love that because you like tequila and you like smoky.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, like, as soon as like I had it and everything caught up to what I was drinking, I was like, ooh, maybe a couple glass or couple of cubes of glass and couple cubes of glass and some of that. Sit down and sip it.
Yeah, and play a little bit of.
Did I say cubes of glass?
Yeah, but I know what you mean. You mean cubes of ice. Or frozen glass that's chilled.
Maybe you drink your cocktails with glasses.
Doug's favorite thing to do.
It's gotten very hardcore.
Don't tell anybody this. But since he's been gone, he started drinking glass.
Yeah, so you've seen David Blaine eat glass? Fuck that guy, I drink it.
Right. Which means he melts it down with his tongue.
Yeah, it's liquid. Like I start raw with that. Like I get sand and then I melt it down and then like when it starts and then
right. And he starts like with the core ingredients.
You wouldn't imagine like how smooth things go down like my esophagus now because it's like it's glass coated.
Right.
Everything just Yeah, it's
He has to poke a special breathing hole because the other one melted. He used to have a little flap to tell him when to breathe and when to eat, and it doesn't work anymore.
All right. Well, I'm still going to say the Blanco is my favorite, and these are two very serviceable tequilas. The Blanco is...
You still like the Blanco better?
I do, which is odd. But it's so different and nice for the Blancos. You normally have the Blanco Silvers, whatever you want to call them.
Right, and then you move on to the better stuff.
And then you're like, that sucks.
Right.
And then you're like, oh, let's see what it tastes like when it's aged and when it's a little bit better.
It's good to start
really
with.
Good.
This one I think is the most dynamically interesting because it has more spice, maybe even a little bit of citrus. It's a good drinking experience from a sipping. But that one's still, what you do, stuff it in your mouth?
I stuffed it like right on the top, like tip of my nose.
The problem I have with the Reposado is I find that the añejo has more interest. That has more aroma.
Yeah.
And is brighter and this is more balanced because it's, at least in the alcohol, right? This one, everything comes in phases, which doesn't mean it's unbalanced, it's just phased a little bit differently. I just have a hard time recommending a Reposado. Maybe like you said, this would be good for a margarita where you want the power of the Alma brand, but you don't necessarily want to go añejo and you want to go a little more interesting than the Blanco. But I guess in the right order, this would be sipping. This would be drinking with mixed drinks, and this somehow comes back to sipping.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make any sense.
That is
maybe this would be on ice. This will dull down a little bit, and this one will be more spicy and jazzy.
But I think that when you said, put a little bit of lime in that and you're good to go, really, I can imagine that as...
That's your margarita.
Yeah.
No more dressing it up with citrus and whatever.
I love
triple sec.
I love when establishments bill tequila-based martinis. That's it.
If you take a martini, if you take a martini glass and you fill it with like 2 ounces of tequila, and a little spray of lime, that is like. But that's a margarita. Like that is what big diehard core like crazy tequila heads. If they're gonna drink like a margarita, that's their margarita. Just like a gin.
I would do it.
How would you rate this tequila compared to others? Low, range, mid, or top? If that is something you could answer.
You could never rate these against others because there's only these here, right? I mean, we've already rated Alma, the Blanco, and it's within the top 4. So these should fall.
And that was, it was 22. It was like 22 tequilas. Yeah. So going through and tasting 22 tequilas, this was number 2. Right.
So if you want to, how would we rate it? We already rated that one. These two, I don't know because we don't have too many añejos to go with. You'd really have to sit down and do a full blind because I know the Alma Blanco is so good. I'm telling you the añejo is good. How good is it as compared to El Gran Jubileo añejo if they have one? Or Cabo añejo, I don't even have. Or Patron añejo maybe, I don't even know. Because I know Patron wouldn't even rank. So really, you can't.
I've had a handful of añejos. The only one that I've ever had that really stuck out was the Partida, and I would say that personally, I would say the Partida añejo is one of the best spirits I've ever had in my life. So
there's that. I like Riazul, and my favorite añejo is Riazul añejo. So it would still fall within, I'd say, the top 5.
Sure.
Would it be number 1? I don't know. But does it matter? Who cares? You should buy it anyway. I mean, you don't have to buy the number 1 of everything.
Perfect sales pitch. You don't have to buy because if you always have the best, you'll never know that you are having the best.
I've said that before. If you go, this is the best añejo that exists on the market today. You could be right, but if you stop tasting añejos, you'll never know if anything comes out better. And the whole goal is to always find better.
Right.
So go find...
Or find worse so you know what you have is better.
Right, that's true. And then you give the worst to your friends.
Yeah. So here's the thing. If you're thinking like, well, should I try this or not? Yes. You should always try it.
Right. Should I spend my $50? Yeah. There's nothing. You're not going to be disappointed. I don't know how much it is.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're like, oh, well, I spent $50 and like it wasn't the best that I've had. Yeah, well, you still got drunk.
There, check.
Jesus Christ.
Bucket list, done.
And it's going to be cheaper than if you went out and purchased a bottle worth of tequila at
Check.
a bar.
Yeah, you can buy the bar. Well, you know, it would.
Sometimes you buy the bar, and sometimes the bar buys you.
That's right. Don't be bought by the bar.
Anyway,
we're done. Question of the day: how many monkeys are in a barrel of monkeys?
How many monkeys are at a barrel of monkeys?
It's 60. It's 60.
They're definitely 60.
It's 60, unless one's kind of like a small person.
Are we talking like gorillas, orangutans, or
monkeys?
Lemurs? They're all simians.
A barrel of monkeys.
How many simians are in a barrel of monkeys? That doesn't make any sense either. How many monkeys are in a barrel of simians? All of them. I don't know. Second question today. What's your favorite carbonated beverage? There. Completely different. Now you have something to think about because I threw you right down the left field. Wait, no, right field? What's the bad one? Right field.
Left field. When something you're not expecting it is coming out of left field.
Really? Isn't that where everybody hits?
If you're a righty.
Isn't most people righty that hit? Shouldn't left field? Why would it be such a surprise then?
They're not expecting.
Well, what are you doing out there? You're getting paid to be out there. You should be paying attention. Especially for righties. He's righty. Where's he gonna go? Damn. Just saying. Common sense. EverydayDrinkers.com. Go to Patreon.com/CFC. Help fund the show because sometimes I have to buy stuff like this. It doesn't just show up for free at my doorstep. And
or sometimes it does.
Right, sometimes it does. Facebook.com/CocktailTV. That's our Facebook page. If you followed our Facebook page, then you know crazy things like there's gonna be an ad, stuff like that. If you don't, you're in the dark. There you go. We're teaching you how to drink.